This is that's a mouse, and what it's really trying to do is be a rat. And rats are the nickname for repressive, authoritarian, totalitarian states that basically attempt to block information that people, citizens want to get, specifically in countries like Iran and China, Vietnam, Uzbekistan, who are denied the ability to get information. So the purpose of our program is really to, one, give people open access to information. And because the idea is that an intelligent, educated group of people can make their decisions on their own once they have their own information. Now, the worst part of censorship is you don't know what's being censored. You don't know about that mine collapse in China. You don't know about that protest in Iran. You are denied, so you don't have an idea of what's out there. So one of the key important things to remember is that governments are investing millions, I should say billions of dollars in trying to block micro-blogging, RSS feeds, YouTube, Twitter, any possible kind of information flow that is outside the strict control of the government. We see this in China. We also see it in Iran. These states have advanced technologies that are using the best of Western and homegrown technologies to attempt to block information. URLs are blocked based on keywords and other issues, and what our program attempts to do is give people the opportunity to get their own information. 3 quick slides. Every device that's connected has an IP address, Internet Protocol address, and if you can simply block the address of those sites, those core numbers, 152.75.xyz, you are able to prevent someone from getting that information. Domain name blocking, voanews.com, radiofreeasia.org, Radio Farda, Persian News Network. All those sites have names, English or in other languages, and if you can basically block the ability of someone to get to that name and have it resolved to an address, you've succeeded in blocking them. Packet filtering, this is the latest advance. Deep packet inspection. Every communication going through the internet is composed of ones and zeros, which comprise packets. And if you can look inside those packets, you don't care what the rest of it is. If you can see the words Hu Jintao, or you can pick up other words, Ahmadinejad, and you can couple those packet information with other packets that might talk about good, bad, or whatever, you are able to introduce a deep level of filtering that is more advanced than almost anything we've seen. DNS hijacking is also incredibly powerful. What this is, in the internet you have your domain name, voanews.com, you have an address, 152.75, and there's a system called a domain name system that basically unites the two. It's kind of like a phone book. You look up Ken Berman's name and you see his home address and things like that. If you could thwart, if you could manipulate or otherwise change the nature of that communication, you are able then to say, Ken Berman is no longer at this address. I'm going to move him to this address. voanews.com. You want to go to this address? We're going to direct you to another address. We're going to hijack the domain name system so that even though it appears you're connecting to the site, you are shifted. Instead of to Google, you're going to Baidu or Sohu.com. So there's a number of tricks that are being done by that. So while the cat's away, put your mouse to work. And what we really found is this is a game of cat and mouse, whack-a-mole, call it whatever you want. We are constantly trying to develop and roll out tools. Some of them are new, some of them are existing, some of them are enhanced, and we'll just go over a few of them right now. Let me go back here and say we have 3 things, basically web-based proxies. voanews.com is blocked. Parasite is blocked. So what we're going to do is introduce a proxy. It's a stand-in, just like a corporate proxy. A corporate proxy stands in for something else. Instead of voanews.com, we're going to have kenberman.com. That'll last for 24 or 48 hours, but while it's there, it hasn't been blocked, and you can use that to then go to the next step, which is to download the tools. We have various software tools that allow people to use their computers in Iran, in China, and elsewhere to be able to connect. And we have peer-to-peer systems in which I'm talking from you to you to you, so anyone who's in the middle watching that won't see what the communications is. Mostly it boils down to, I'm trying to get to that site, I'm in Iran, that's blocked, so I'm going to go around like this. And so all these tools basically contribute to that. What we are not, though, is cyber activists, dissidents, or anything else like that. This is to enable citizens to be able to get information and make their own minds up. We might land you on a VOA or a Radio Free Asia page, but after that, you're free to go and look up The Secret Life of Hu Jintao or anything else you want to do. We have 4 tools. I'll go quickly. Siphon, tool developed out of the Munk Center and the Harvard Berkman School, and have come up with some very powerful ways to circumvent the internet. Freegate and the next one, UltraSurf, are both tools that are used primarily in China, but now we've expanded them to Iran. That allows you to have a piece of software that will hunt down open IP addresses and get out that way. And Tor, Vidalia Onion, the onion routing. It adds layers and layers, and it keeps encrypting it until it gets to the other side, and then it decrypts it. And that's a sign that you're connected to the Tor network. The last thing I'm going to talk about, because I'm running out of time, is the fact that what if the halal net or something like that goes into effect in Iran? Well, basically, they've blocked off the internet. So can we get files in via satellite, tremendous amount of illegal dishes in Iran, as we saw in that Parasite video. And then once you can get a file in, it can then be passed through Bluetooth or other means to spread people around. That file could have embedded video, Parasite videos, or audio, or something else like that. What does the future hold? First of all, more of the same, but more focusing on mobile. Mobile, of course, is the growth area, but mobile, a phone to work has to know where you are. So how do you couple secure, circumvented web browsing with locational issues that exist on a phone? And that's it. Thank you.